Well, guys, it's the Bolins, and it has been a week. Well, really just a Tuesday.
That just leaked into the rest of the week.
Yeah. So Tuesday started out like any other. Get up to go to work. And let's see here. How to explain this? Because I was involved in probably one of the most ignorant car crashes ever. On the way to work, it's raining, and a big black dog, looks like Diesel, ran across the road in front of me there. I had to hit the brakes. It was raining, got a little sideways. Another vehicle coming toward me, so I had to overcorrect and just got loose. And I spun around, went off in the ditch, and kind of tore my lower back area up, and we'll get into that here in a minute. But that's how the day started for me. Get back home here to get ready to take me to the hospital to get checked out. You know the furnace grates that you have on your floor? Apparently ours was cracked, and the dog just stepped in it just the right way, Diesel did. And his paw dropped down inside, and he was stuck. He was trying to get loose. It was hurting, of course. You hear him crying, doggy screams. Well, I'm still outside, and I hear Miss Jill in here hollering for me. Now, I can barely get in to find out what's going on. And you want to go ahead and explain the rest of what happened to you in here? Because one thing I know is I came around, figured out they were in the camper, and they weren't outside fighting with another dog. Even though I heard that most horrendous growl I've ever heard ever come out of this dog.
Yeah. His foot was stuck in there just to where it just slid right in, and I was trying to pull it out to help him because I was afraid he was going to cut it. And as I'm trying to pull on it, of course, it's hurting him. So he bit me twice. It wasn't being mean or anything. He was just protecting himself. So it's not his fault, but he did get me pretty good.
So that's before we get to the doctor. We get to the doctor. So we look really good going into the doctor, guys. You know, she's going to take me over there because when I hit, I apparently done something to my tailbone area, and it swelled up my tailbone. So we go in this hospital. I can barely walk. She's got an arm that's swollen up. You know, we were the poster child of what not to do when RVing Tuesday. So we go in, and they have to actually cut me to relieve some pressure and put me on antibiotics and all that good stuff. So now I've got an open wound back here that's draining, and that's not been fun. And it's been less fun for Miss Jill because unfortunately where they cut me, guys, ain't no way I can mess with that back there. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, and I don't fold and flex that way.
Excuse me.
My poor wife. I feel bad for her. I am so thankful she's here though to help me with that, because I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for her on that one.
I'm awesome.
It probably does help that she has a cold though, because it does not smell very good.
No, it doesn't.
So anyway, that's what happened on Tuesday. So we just been doing a lot more recovering here, and we are going to be fixing to head out of Ohio here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
And there's the air conditioner because it's nice and muggy today here in the Buckeye. So that just kicked in, so we apologize for the noise there.
I'm sorry, I'm sick too, but on top of everything else.
Yeah, she contracted a nice sinus infection in the midst of all this stuff that we've had going on. Thankfully, it didn't really hurt the truck when we wrecked it. It wasn't our tow rig, it was our spare vehicle, our spare truck, which would have still been kind of crappy if it would have tore that up, because it's a good truck too.
And all the dogs are okay, by the way.
All the dogs are okay, but however, the next day we had to go down through there, and there was a 4-car accident in that same exact spot. So I'm thinking that maybe the person who owns this dog, you might want to keep your puppy from running out on the road, you know, because some people might not be as loving toward animals and just not care and run over their dog. I would have probably felt really bad about hitting that dog, you know. Granted, you know, experienced truck driver, I know better than that. You don't swerve, but, you know, I thought I'd get away with it, but I couldn't get away with it that day. Pickup trucks, had a lot of water and rain. It just kind of let me hydroplane a little bit. But I did keep it around. I didn't hit nothing or no one, so I guess we'll count that as a win. Just a little busted up from us on this end here, and so
I guess some of our point also is be careful of those grates on the floor of your RV
Yes.
when you have pets, because
yes,
they break too easily, and they're usually in the middle of the floor where you walk.
yeah. So we're going to try to figure out a solution to what to do to these, because I think just in general, people walking through accidentally step on these and crack them. You know, we didn't even know ours was busted.
Yeah.
I mean, until the dog stuck his paw into it. So, you know, the dog's not that heavy, so that was just an accident waiting to happen, I guess. So thankfully the dog's okay. Miss Jill's okay.
Yeah.
He didn't decide to just go ahead and eat Mama.
He felt so bad too.
Yeah, he did. He was a very loving dog afterwards. But imagine my fright coming around the corner, and after hearing her scream bloody murder, I hear this nasty growl come out of my dog that I've never heard. I come in the door. Well, I basically almost crawl in here because my tailbone's so swollen up. And I see her holding her hand, yelling at me to get the dog. The dog's stuck in the floor. There's blood everywhere. It doesn't look like much to happen to her hand, and I'll insert a clip of that.
Yeah, it went down to the bone in the line.
Yeah, it was just, I mean, it looked like a murder scene there for a minute, as much blood that come out of her over that bite. And I'm sitting here looking like, oh, whoa. I mean, that's not a good way to start your morning. And that was all, within a couple hours of us being awake.
Yeah, I think we got to the hospital at 10 in the morning.
Yeah,
so
or somewhere about
10.
in there. So that was all before 10 o'clock. And, you know, the visit to the doctor wasn't very pleasant, considering I didn't know that I was going to have to do yoga in there. So they basically put me in the downward dog position, and I had a lot of spectators.
Yeah. And I love it when they invite the whole crew in to look at your tush.
Yeah. Kind of thought, well, you know, I was just thinking, I hope Miss Jill don't have the camera on.
I thought about recording it for you guys, but I didn't think you really wanted to see it.
So we turned it into a spectator sport. You know, I guess whatever. At that point, the more the merrier.
Yeah, you see one, but you see them all.
Yeah. Yeah, well, probably. Yeah. So, moral story is, things go wrong in RV life, and sometimes they go real wrong in RV life. But like I said, I think just the chain of events that happened was probably the strangest kind of accidental things that could happen. Like the one in a million kind of things that's going to happen. Later along, they happened to both of us the same day, all within, you know, an hour of each other. Everything going on 2 hours. I don't know. I'm hoping that was our last little. What's the word I'm looking for?
Bad luck?
Dum-dum day. Dum-dum day. So, got to be careful out there, guys. But yeah, definitely check your register vents and things like that. And double check for your pets. Make sure that they're not things that they can get harmed on. Because, you know, they can be the sweetest dog in the world. If they're hurt or harmed, they're liable to lash out because they can't speak. Diesel, anybody out there who's ever met this dog knows he is the sweetest, lovable dog on the planet.
I still can stick my hand in his mouth. He won't bite me. He literally was scared. So I don't blame him
Probably
whatsoever.
didn't help Mama push down on the vent.
Yeah.
It probably cut him, poked him a little harder than what he was supposed to.
Yeah, I was trying to get it out, but.
Well, anyway, guys, that was our dum-dum day. That was our week, and moral of the story is be careful out there because shit happens.
Yeah.
But,
and no matter where you are, things can happen, so.
So, like I said, we are leaving here in the Buckeye. Got to wait till we get the clearance from the doctor, of course, which hopefully that'll be all right here in the next few days when they gave me a few days off work. Unfortunately, I had a death in the family, so I'm dealing with that a little bit, so we really hadn't had a chance to get the video together until just now. But we will discuss a little bit more about where we're going, what we're going to be doing, and where our destination is after that, because the next destination is outside the Buckeye States, and we'll be there for a little while, and then I think we're going to determine whether we're going to go northwest or southwest. But come join us for the ride, guys. We'll be back next week with a little bit more about what's going on in the crazy life of the Bolins, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.
Here is a picture of Miss Jill's injury. See up her arm there, it's all purple. You see the nice puncture wound here in the bottom of the hand here. Then up on top, some bruising in her arm and hand here. Yeah.